First off, let me thank you both and I am directly speaking toward it and it's not working, so that's great. Let me thank both of you for, closer if that helps any.
Very good.
Thank you both of you for having this event, for having this forum, for the mayor for recognizing the need for this, and Bobacar for seeing this as part of a series possibly to help improve our city, and for the people who had the interest in showing up to with an interest in improving our city. It's all very, very heartening. I'm going to use a couple analogies because I am encouraged with what I hear, but I still feel that there might be a gap. And I'll use, Mr. Mayor, if you'll pardon me, I constantly use these medical analogies with you, and Mr. Director, if I may use art analogies with you. To me, it is as if we have possibly a medical situation, but as a particular medical situation, there is someone possibly with a stroke. Now, we have a lot of people in the room, but they may not be medically educated, and there may be somebody that has an interest in cardiology and oncology and such like that, and they all have an interest and all input, but they really don't get us to what we need to do, which is to resolve this stroke problem. We have trouble bridging that gap and putting this great amount of effort and interest in focusing it to getting a final result. And to our director, in an art analogy, it is much like our city is a little bit like a blank canvas. It's not a damaged canvas, nor is it one that has been started in a great direction. We do not have the beginnings of Renaissance art or Romanticism or a Rembrandt. We don't have that at all. What we have is blank canvas, and barely do we have gesso on there. And the question is, from an art perspective, do we say, oh, we have a lot of artists interested, and someone's a watercolor, and someone's this, and someone wants to throw clay at it, and someone wants this composition and that, and just sort of let it happen, and think that we'll get an end result that will be valid? Or do we really have a game plan?
Whether it be a game plan, whether it be a game plan, that is interesting.
Oh, whether it's a game plan
to solve
a stroke or a cancer issue, or whether it is to get final results for an art product. We need to bridge that gap. And I think our problem is in our city is, and it's inspiring right now that we have the interest. We certainly have the interest. I think we have the political support. I just don't think we're able to bridge it. If we had a vision for the future, tonight we probably wouldn't be showing slides of receptions. We'd probably be showing slides of what that vision might be throughout the city, what it might be 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years from now, right? Of how it comes together and where we're headed. Because if we're saying, well, we just have a lot of energy and just throw this stuff at the canvas, or just throw that medical stuff at this patient, may not be the end results we're looking for. So what I'm calling upon is that we somehow harness this, not have different committees. I know you have the support of the Planning Commission, but unfortunately our city has a downtown plan going one direction, and a CRA plan going another direction, and a Planning Commission going another direction, and a Community Planning and Development Department that goes another direction, and yet there's no cohesive plan. Because if there was a cohesive plan, that's what we'd be saying, and all of us would be going, yeah, that's great, and that's great, and we can make this a little bit better, and this a little bit better, and we'd be working on that towards this common goal, and yet we're not at that point. We have a lot of hope, we have a lot of energy, it's wonderful. I think we need a strong hand to bring this stuff together. As you see in great cities like Paris, von Haussmann, and L'Enfant in Washington, Robert Moses in New York and such, that took a strong hand and represented their leadership to bring these things together and actually were able to implement them to get the end results that we see now. Otherwise, we just get a randomness. We may get, it may wind up good, it may wind up bad, but we don't know where exactly it might be. So I'm hoping that we might be able to bring this together to the benefit of all and be able to focus our energies.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think the mayor